Welcome to my 1950s film exhibit. This is Michael Kim. Now, before we get started, here's some background information. During the 1950s, there was a lot of big events. Just to name a few, there's the Korean War. There were the rise of the middle class economy. There was the baby boom and racial terrorism in the South. All that jazz. But here we will get started on our tour through the exhibit. Now here you have the entrance, and you're going through, and you have movie posters here. These posters will be from movies back in 1950s that we will convert back into posters. There are a lot of that, and some examples that I have are, I'm going to be making posters of the kettles of McDonald's Farm, The Day in Which the Earth Stood Still, and Treasure Island and Wizard of Oz. And these are listed in the info panel in the write-up. There's the info booth where you can go and you can get some information from someone sitting there, maybe a pamphlet of what you're going to be seeing. And here's section A, which is where it starts, where we have the info panel number 1, where you can get an explanation for the movie posters. In inclusion, there's also DVD displays, which are DVD conversions of those films that took place in that time. There are model cameras and television sets here, just to get you an idea of what the film sets look like back then, which will also be explained in the info panel. Here in section B, which we're moving down the line, section B is where there will be a line right here that'll lead into the screening room. The screening room is part of section B. The screening room will have, there's the screening schedule, which will show a schedule of different movies from the 1950s that will be aired here in full. And you gotta find the right schedule, and the first person in this line get to go first. There's fashion mannequins for just sort of the style and fashion that used to be very relevant in that time, especially in movies that were portrayed like that. And film trivia for anyone who's standing in line who wants to just watch the film trivia as it passes through by screen. And a personal accounts just for leading up to info panel number 1. These will be the personal accounts that kind of correlate together, and you can see these numbers. They'll be on the write-up that'll explain that as well. Now moving down over here is section C. In section C you can see info panel number 2, which will be describing personal accounts, also news articles about the TV presidential debates. So basically how politics were affected by the use of television, and how now that people were able to afford television in their homes, how everybody was basically watching the same thing with like 3 channels on it. So now presidents were able to go on there and start, pushing their campaigns, and everyone would be able to see it. And here's some more TVs that kind of recollect that, as well as articles. There's news articles here, personal accounts, and the info panel, but there'll also be TV there. And finally, we'll have section D, which is there's going to be a camera and a green screen and prop stage where people who visit the exhibit can go and actually create their own scenes from famous movies back in the day, where there will be props on the stage. However, it'll be a giant green screen where they can literally put a coin into the camera and make a certain time of them doing something in a clip, and it'll just show them how they would look like in a 1950s movie, just from the film quality. And this is section D. Info panel number 3 will describe exactly what I explained here with green screen and prop stage, as well as some interesting facts. And down here, once you're done and you're walking down here, you'll get to rewatch and buy the movies that you made from the green screen room, just like a photo from like a roller coaster ride that you take. And then the gift shop, which is where we'll be finishing up our tour almost. And then once you're through the gift shop, you'll be led into the food courts, as well as a big screen TV, and these are all chairs. And then there are bathrooms, and that is the exit. And I hope you enjoyed this tour, and we were going to go into 3 perspective shots about this, and I'll redirect you there. However, I decided to create them in Minecraft, and take screenshots of that, and you get to see that. Thank you. All right, see you there. Okay, for the first screenshot here, you can see that I built it. This is for section A. You can see from this perspective angle, on your left, you'll see the info panel that I talked about, info panel number 1, and it is made with the wooden boards that I have put there. And right in front of you, if you look forward, you can see the DVD display through all just lined up there, which are labeled in the write-up. Also, on your left, you will see model cameras and model TV sets from that time. And that's basically it for this section. And I made sure to, I had to build the whole set. Next one. So over here is section B. In section B, you can see this is where the line goes into, and on your very right corner, you can see the black curtains that lead into the screening room. On your right, you can see the screening schedule as well. Then on the left, there's fashion mannequins that, we explained that. Personal accounts and film trivia will be right in front of you as you enter the film theater. So basically, you'll have something to read while you wait. Alright, this is section D, which is my third screenshot, which will be, you can see a front view of the green screen and prop stage. You can see the props on the stage as well as the camera sitting there in the center. On your left, you can see the tunnel that leads from here from section C, but this is section D. Alright, those are all 3 slides. Thank you so much for watching, and